Welcome to the Love Laura podcast. Join us for all things fashion, fun, girls' chats, and all the behind the scenes. This is what you will not see on socials. This is getting right behind the brand. Episode 5 of the Love Laura podcast. Welcome back.
We're here.
We are here with Cathy today.
Ta-da!
We are no longer 2, we are now 3.
The amazing trio.
Yes. So Cathy, for anyone that doesn't know Cathy is more behind the scenes at the Walk-In Wardrobe. We don't see very much of Cathy, even though she is absolutely beautiful. She's actually kind of too busy to come to the front of the camera a lot of the time.
You could say that.
I always say that Cathy is the brains behind the operation, the major brains behind the operation. She is the accountant, operations, management, just the all-rounder.
I would
She
say
keeps us all right.
Laura comes in with a plan. Laura says, this is what I want done. And Cathy makes this plan happen.
Yeah, she's the make it happen girl.
God, I'm not sure about that girl. She should give me a lot of credit here. I don't know.
Honestly.
So let's get into we did this with Holly and we did this with me as well. So it was kind of like, talk to us how you got into Walk-In Wardrobe and how you have kind of progressed within Walk-In Wardrobe and what those early days looked like. Were you always in clothes? Were you in clothes before? What did you do?
Okay, well, I worked selling tractor parts, believe it or not. And
Retail,
yes, with farmers. It was fun. It was interesting. Farmers were always a bit of crack. But I was going through a very difficult stage in my life, and I just had lost who I was, and just think I needed a change. So I was going through a divorce at the time, and I'd worked with my husband, so I really needed to find a new job. So I just kind of gave Laura a call. I'd heard that there was this new wee shop opened up in Banbridge. I think you were open maybe about 5 or 6 months maybe when I joined, were you?
Well, yeah, was it that early?
Yeah, I think
okay.
so.
Wow.
Maybe a wee bit later, maybe. Well, I don't think it was quite a year. I don't think we were going.
Yeah.
But it was a busy wee shop. My cousin actually told me about it, and I phoned her up and she's like, yep, come on in. I told her that I worked.
This is my
I
favourite.
could do, I'd done a wee bit of bluffing, like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as everyone does. You're silly if you don't blow your own trumpet. But I told her I could do the VAT and I could do this and I could do that, and I was just amazing.
You're going to be you're literally a management accountant.
Yeah. She
With only 3 staff.
So she says, come on in and see me. So I popped down to the shop and she gave me a job. So initially,
Starting then.
I think so. I think you said
Good vibes. I knew it. Good vibes.
So I started off, I think, 2 days a week with you. And she kept saying, 2 days a week, 2 days a week. And I had these 4 children that I had to support, and 2 days a week wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
So I kept saying, Laura, and Laura's very much, anybody that knows Laura, you don't like committing. You don't like saying.
Cathy, I'm so glad you said that, because how many people have started in this business that has been, now Cathy, make sure and tell them it's not a full-time job. We don't have a full-time job for them. How many people like?
And I think that's you worrying about how the business is going to go. Well, also you're bringing people on, providing them with a livelihood, and
That's what I always think. That scares me, because imagine if Cathy had 4 girls to support at home, and imagine if I had said to Cathy, I can guarantee you 5 days work a week, and then it all suddenly had to go down to 2 or 3, and then you were relying on me, and I was like thinking, how are you going to support 4 girls? That is horrific. I can't think about that. So there's always me thinking about that, but
I know.
also then thinking maybe at the time where you were, Holly, when you come on, you were like, I needed somebody full time. So it's different needs at the time, I think. But
so, well, I'd done 2 days a week and it wasn't enough. So I had to go and get another job, and I worked there 2 days a week. And then they offered me a full-time job.
oh,
So when I told Laura, I honestly, the other job was good. Like, it was nice. It was,
excuse me, it was not.
I was selling Games of Thrones tours to Americans, really.
Oh, go on,
Cathy.
Cathy could sell snow to the Eskimos. Let's put it that way. So whatever you give Cathy to sell, she'll sell.
So I said to Laura, listen, they've offered me a full-time job. I really would prefer to stay with you, but I need stability. I need, because I've these 4 mouths to feed. So Laura then said, right, okay, I'll give you 4 days a week. So, from there...
You went
4 turned into 7.
9 days.
It's actually 7 24-hour shifts now, pretty much. But do you know what? If you love it, it's no bother. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Please, Cathy, please tell the story of this one Saturday that Laura decided she would go to Spain.
It wasn't even a Saturday.
Was it not a Saturday?
No, it was midweek, and I think it was my
was the
second
first week, yeah.
I think it might have been my second week, and you had to do the till, and you had to answer the phone, and you know what I mean? So I wasn't overly nervous about being on my own.
No.
But Laura put up this dress on Facebook.
Closet, do you remember
and
Closet?
About then, I like around then, maybe, how many followers would we have then? Maybe
Genuinely, no idea. This was early days. Like,
like you did have a good wee following, like maybe 20,000, 30,000.
no.
No, would you not have as many as that?
No way. Not a chance.
It was only really Facebook at the time too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Or
Well,
was
it felt like
Instagram
there was
too?
20,000 because honestly, she put up this dress and away on she went with her mummy to Spain. They went buying, left me in the shop on my own. Oh my God, sweet Lord, the sweat was dripping off me. Between the door opening, the phone ringing, I was...
And also, Cathy does not like to let people down, so she might have only had 12 of the dress, but she was making sure she was selling 60 of the
Oh,
dress.
bloody right. I was in, and so I was phoning Laura. She was on her flight and I couldn't phone her to say, get more of that dress. Can you get more of that dress? I didn't know the suppliers then. So eventually Laura got off the flight. I think she's seen the amount of comments maybe on the
I was
post.
like, oh no, I knew then. I was like, oh my God, Cathy is going to be under serious pressures. Then I phoned. I was like, don't panic, it's fine. I'm going to get more. She's like, Laura, you think you get this mental? And I'm
How many more can you get? I was saying, Laura, how many more can you get? Because like definitely. So then she put up posts saying she had more and then the phone went even worse. And I was like, oh Jesus. So
Mad.
Yeah. But I love...
Can you just say that you thrive on that though?
Yeah.
You are in your happy place when you are so mentally busy.
Some people can't cope with being very busy, like one job at a time. Like I like loads of jobs. My head could be one thing to the other thing to the other. That's when I'm
probably
best.
you and I, because I like to have a job and finish the job and
Yin
then
and
move on
yang.
to the next.
Yeah.
Whereas Cathy's like, okay, I'll come back to that one and then I need to finish that, but I'm going to go do this. And thrives on that and does this fantastic job at finishing all jobs. Whereas I'm like, no, Cathy,
Yeah, I
just
love
let me
that.
do
I
this
love
one,
the,
please.
and that's what I love about the
chaos.
walk-in wardrobe. It is pretty mad, to be fair. It's pretty chaotic at times. As Laura always says, you're either made for walk-in
Yeah.
wardrobe or you're not, because
You have to have that entrepreneurial spirit because we're still, don't forget, yes, we are, like we've been here 10 years, but actually we're constantly changing and evolving in that 10 years. So especially with Love Laura, we're now going back to like
Yeah.
basics and back to starting again and back to learning what we originally had learned 10 years ago. So I feel like...
And that's the thing about the walk-in wardrobe. You go through these 2 mad years. That's what I found. Then you have a year
Cycles.
where you kind of are like, oh, actually
find-
everything's working okay here. This is great. And then
A new system comes in
up
or
a
something
gear again.
happens.
Laura's like, we're doing this. And I'm like, oh no. I'm buying the pub. We're doing the renovations. All right, okay. Mad. Into the new building. Okay, let's sell. COVID. Bang. Honestly,
know.
it's just mental. And that's just the way the walk-in wardrobe. You know, when it's quiet and Laura is realising everybody's actually okay here, she comes up with a new plan.
As
Keep
Laura
us all-
says, I'm just gonna try and take a Friday off and work from home and let you get caught up in what you two need to do. And we're thinking, happy days, that's great, perfect. I can finally get caught up. And then Laura rings on a Friday. Yeah, I was thinking, do you think you could? And you're going, oh,
Like this,
my
you
word.
promised me was the day that I would catch up. Yeah.
But it works.
God love poor Laura, because I always phone her on a Friday. I tried to say to all the staff not to be phoning Laura. So if there's a problem, phone me.
No,
and-
it's not that I don't mind, but my mum is off on a Friday
she's
with
like
me,
my
right?
mum. They're mad.
So our
No,
mum...
they're just looking out for you.
Yes, totally right.
Yeah.
But she's like, so are you off or are you not off? Can I just clarify? Are you off today? And then I'm like, yes, absolutely.
No,
I
and
am
then you get a
off
phone
today.
call like this here going, here, just really quickly, I have to ask you something. Ring you back. Mum's come, ring you back. You
Yeah.
swear to God, you're trying to do like a sneaky phone call with your boyfriend back in the day.
She's like, you're either off today or you're not. So are you taking a break? Are you putting that phone away? Put that phone in my handbag. And I'm like, no.
Laura knows I don't phone her on a Friday morning. I wait for her call. So I know not to phone her. But my mum's exactly the same, honestly. It's just the age of them, I think.
No, Cathy also, I think we have to touch on you. Cathy has 4 girls that are fantastic. But I mean, if her phone doesn't quit with people in here, it's with the kids.
Yeah.
Like you, and I know you thrive on that, but I am also like, Cathy, you're going to drop someday. Like, please, just stop and breathe.
That's
Just
what I
take a
like,
minute.
honestly. And see, so Laura knows me now, as does Holly. That is me Monday to Saturday
Yeah.
night. Sunday,
Yeah.
It's your day of rest.
yeah, I get up, I go to watch my twins play football, and I come home,
Twins. Yeah, Cathy also has twins. Put that in the
Yeah.
mix.
and I come home and literally I spend a Sunday sleeping. Now that is so boring, but that's what I need to do to get
that's
ready.
that's how
And if you don't get that, you are
cope.
so tired
Oh
come a
yeah,
Monday.
yeah. I need like a couple hours sleep on a Sunday around lunchtime, and then I'll maybe have another wee hour in the afternoon. Or the
Yeah, but
evening.
Kathy, let's be honest. Let's keep this real. You get up at 5 every morning. Like
Yeah.
your alarm literally goes at 5 o'clock. You're ironing in the morning, or you're
Probably doesn't go to bed until 2.
No, I'm a bit better now.
Better
I go to bed maybe about 11.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but like you're just on the go.
on the go
continuously.
24/7. Yeah, I never sit down. Like
Never sit down. And then do you want to maybe touch on, so Cathy does accounts and everything in walk-in wardrobe, but you are also the main person behind Love Laura. Suppliers.
yeah, Well, do
Order
you know what,
quantities,
Laura?
everything.
From I started in Walking Wardrobe, you always knew that was your end goal, was to do your own brand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think I am probably as bad as Laura because I nearly encourage you. I
Yes.
think, I nearly say, do it, just do it. Do it. Like, she
What
was
have you got
saying,
to lose?
should we go online? Yes, let's do it. We're going online. That's it. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen. So no matter what idea Laura has, other people might say, calm down. No, it's okay. I'm kind of like, yep,
Yeah.
let's do it. We can do it. And
But there are times that you said to me, no, that's now, no.
Just leave it for
leave
6 months
now,
till we get
leave
this
it.
done.
Yeah, till we get this done. And that's what I need you for, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I would definitely say it's only for Cathy coming into the business. I don't think that the business would have grown as much because I don't think that I needed...
you couldn't have had the time to do the business side.
But I also needed that back. And because don't forget, I feel like business is a very lonely place. You know what? If you're running your own business and you're like in one little office or one little shop, sometimes you're very lucky in life if you meet that person that gels with you, that gets it, and that can drive you on, or you have that backup to allow you to drive it on. So that's what I feel lucky about, because if you had not came on Walking Wardrobe in the early days, I genuinely don't think we would be where we are today. I wouldn't have the skill set for the account side of it, but also just I think you
drive.
need someone that is backing you up. You're like just saying yes or no, and at the times you've definitely said no
And
to me,
in
but-
return for that, like, I'm glad that I've been able to do that for you and for the business. But what you've done for me, I don't even think you ever will realise. I mean, I was in such a bad place in my life, like, and you keeping me busy, and you
I think he kept you busy. Don't say that I did anything.
No,
I didn't.
honestly, and I
you
think-
didn't have time to think about
give her
anything.
that support,
else.
though.
And
You
not-
were good.
yeah,
support
and not even
system.
that, Laura. You're a real ambassador for women. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was used to relying on a man, and I can't do it. I all them bits of my life, that's what the man does. I can't do that. Paying
You nearly
bills,
find
doing
this
all that.
new lease of life
Yeah,
then.
and you encouraged me that, yeah, Cathy, you can do anything you want to do. And I've never met anyone who is such an ambassador for women. And like,
Yeah, I will actually second that as well,
that's
and
good.
stand up for yourself. And
Yeah.
no, you'll tell us when we're in the wrong,
Yeah.
but you'll also tell us.
You'll tell us
stand
when
up for
they're
yourself.
being-
You can do this.
Listen, I feel like I'm a man hater now. I'm not.
no,
I'm
not
really
at all.
about men, though, just in
Absolutely
general,
not.
in
No,
life.
but I think
For Jared.
you.
George and my husband, everybody's crying for Jared. They're probably like honestly gonna come down.
No,
No, not at
not
all.
at all. No, but I think you're just good for people.
I blame my mum for that because she is very like, gotta support yourself, and women support women at all costs. Women support women, and my dad, dear love him, he's the civilest man alive. Like,
Yeah.
but he has to put up with a lot. But I do think if you cannot support each other, there is something badly wrong.
And that's why I think you always don't like when people are negative in the business. So, like, comments about
What
all
is the
girls.
famous line? Negativity breeds negativity.
And Laura's, from the start, at the start, you were saying to me, get involved in socials. I honestly couldn't have. I was not a strong enough person back then
Yeah,
to be able to
put
take
yourself, and
yeah.
that's fine. Honestly, that's
But now, like,
Now.
I think our following is so good. They realise the person you are. They realise that you will stand by your staff and that you don't want negative comments. Thank God there's very few now.
Yeah.
But
that's
And
good.
do you know what? We have to again keep this podcast open and honest. Like, I go on block fests at night, and so
Oh,
does
aye.
Holly.
Yeah.
We block and delete anyone that has anything negative to say, because yes, we're all about free speech and open speech, but when it borders negativity or borders unkindness, you are block,
rudeness.
block, rude, unkind, slightly negative. No time for that energy.
They
Like,
don't even show me how to do it because
No,
they know
Cathy,
I
no.
wouldn't block. I would write back something really not nice because that's just me.
You would have to, Cathy, be like, why, Cathy? You're very much so like, but why would they go out of their way to say that? Like, because you do wonder with people, and people can have opinions, and often style is not for everybody. Sometimes you won't like things, and that's okay. But you don't need to bring it on to the person that's wearing it.
no,
It's just, there's
exactly.
no need for
because
that.
at the end of the day, I always think you don't know what that person is going through. Yes, they look polished on Instagram and they're coming on this gorgeous outfit, but actually, as Cathy says, what they've got going on in their own life or what they've got going on in their head is not. They don't see that person. But if someone makes any kind of negative comment, you don't know how that's going to affect.
Yeah.
How
Well,
that
for
person
example,
feels,
when
yeah.
I came to you and you gave me the job, I didn't appear as someone whose life was falling down around them.
I didn't know anything about that. I
Yeah.
did not know that you were
So
going through a
everybody
divorce.
can hide things. I think me in particular, I am very good. Nobody will ever know what
Yeah.
is going on in my head. Do you know what I mean? Because
I've got a
why-
wee bit better at it.
Yeah,
Taking
you're
you
good
down.
at. She can spot it now.
Spot
like,
it
what's
now.
going on? But I think that's a good way to be. I wouldn't like to be like some people. That I get out to them, and I wouldn't like to be like that.
And it's hard. Honestly, it is. It's difficult. It's difficult for women. We always say that. And there's a lot of pressure, especially when you're trying to balance it all and you're trying to look good and you're trying to be the perfect woman and you're trying to be the healthy lifestyle and look good. And it's friggin' hard to do it all. But
Well, I wouldn't be as healthy as you two now, to be fair.
No, but you have the figure to die
Die
for.
for.
And you eat.
That's
you
the run.
live on
That's the
Coke
run
Zero.
about. Coke
Yeah.
Zero. No
Coke
water.
Zero.
They're telling you 2 liters
no
of
water. Like, okay, honestly, let's get you started because I have tried my best. How many years were you in here before?
We were literally up in the boardroom recently and it was so warm and all. It makes me, it was only maybe last week. And Cathy said, Laura, raise you my Coke Zero. I'm so dehydrated. And Laura just passed it over and goes, that'll help you. On you go.
That will help. She doesn't listen to me though.
Water just doesn't
Cut it for you.
But look, your skin's glowing. You look
Yeah.
amazing. You've great hair. You're healthy.
stick
so it
with the
works for
Coke,
you.
guys.
we had just
Coke
been
Zero.
chatting about this. We were like, you know,
I know
what-
I'm a bit opposite to you in that respect. Like,
Yeah.
you all do your
But you
skincare.
love good food.
Oh, I love good food. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
good food. But skincare and all, like, I've only started to go to Unique and I use their moisturizer and stuff. But like, see all this cleansing.
Can we talk about like whenever we go on band trips and we're staying over, like Cathy still to this day, you're so used to us and you still laugh at us being like, here we go. Cathy gets up in the morning. She's the one to wake us all up. 3-minute shower would probably be the limit.
Yeah.
And she's fresh, clean, ready to go. And we're waking up and she's like, oh, right lads, come on. How long for your makeup? Right, come on, we need to go. Come on.
Oh, they're
She's ushering
shocking
us on.
the routines.
But also, I genuinely have never met anybody, right? That they lie in bed, right?
I know you're going to say.
Oh, Jesus. Their alarm goes off, right? And she's on the floor before she gets out of bed. She just bolts
Yeah.
out of bed. And
She
it's just
literally
on the floor.
sits up, out.
Boom.
That is because if I generally Monday to Saturday I'm wrecked, right?
Yes.
Till I get my catch up on a Sunday. If I don't jump up when that alarm goes off,
You're not getting up.
I'm not getting up. If I switch that alarm off while I'm still in bed, that's why I put my phone at the far end of the room. So I have to get out and
Equally
answer.
as well, whenever it's usually
It's a good-
Cathy and I
good tip.
sharing and we get into bed and I'd be like, Cathy, I'm going to read for a bit. And she's like, work away. And then Cathy will go, good night. Head hits the pillow. And within milliseconds,
Oh yeah, I'm asleep.
Cathy, she's like,
I'm
gone.
asleep in seconds. Yeah.
Gone.
it's a skill. It's a really good skill.
Can we chat about our band trips though?
Oh no, the fun. Honestly, we haven't been.
We haven't
away in
had a
wee
fun
while,
one
I
in
know.
so long. It's just we've been too busy.
So
but we
busy, yeah.
have had so many great ones. But
Oh.
I actually think the one before my wedding was the decider of Laura saying we're not going back.
Yeah, that was. a
That
bit-
was a mad trip now.
Yeah.
I think we were celebrating Holly's wedding too much. We got a wee bit too much.
I think it was your wedding and your birthday or something. wasn't
No,
it?
it was just her wedding.
No,
Any
you were
excuse, and
so good.
The
It was
sun was
June.
shining.
I'll never forget it. I got married in July.
Was your
and it
wedding
was the
my?
June.
Or was it my birthday and your wedding?
No, your birthday had been and everything.
Was
I think
it?
it was just
June?
the wedding. Yeah.
Was it? Because we all were a bit very.
Well,
very-
basically,
Very
I
giddy.
didn't know. We went over, and usually our band trips, in fairness, are like back to back, and then we're finishing late and away home early the next day. But this one day, Cathy was like, right, we're finishing at lunch today, and Laura's booked a really nice rooftop bar and all. And I was like, really? No way. Like, delighted with life. Well,
Oh
let
my
me tell
goodness.
you.
Oh, I wish I hadn't booked that rooftop bar.
That was not
Honestly,
great.
that rooftop bar never wants to see us again.
Oh, no, definitely.
I don't
not.
know. I actually don't know what or how much is appropriate for the pod, but like, it was
Things
amazing.
got
but
crazy.
Oh,
chaotic.
messy.
In
And
the best way.
in the
though,
best way, it was the
like
best
Getting,
fun.
Like, tell, please, we have to tell
you can
about
tell. I
falling
don't
off the
mind.
stool,
Yeah.
like.
Well, to be fair, I didn't fall off the stool,
No.
guys.
No, you did.
The stool went through the floor. I did not fall off the stool.
We had just got, it was roasting hot day.
Yes.
We were at this
Set the
beautiful
scene. This gorgeous
Rosé sangria. Do you remember that?
rooftop
Sangria.
bar.
Oh my word.
It was just so bougie. It was like the perfect Instagram place. And whenever I went in, I was like, oh my word, this is incredible. And like I said, the weather was fantastic. And what our lovely tans. And we're just good vibes. We had a really successful band trip. And we go
Yeah.
into this bar and I'm like, thank you so much. This is class. So, well, we get cocktails and Laura says, look, let's get rosé sangria. I'd never had it before. I've only ever had the red one. So this beautiful jug.
Jug.
of rosé sangria comes out and we're sitting in these beautiful high tables and high stools. And it's like, I'm going to call it like a rattan floor, but that's
Yes.
not the right
It
word.
is,
but
yeah, it's
that kind of
rattan, yeah.
vibe. And we're sitting. And the rosé sangria comes down and Cathy just
We
gets
haven't even had a
herself
drink at this
positioned properly on the stool and report it. And Laura and I have in our hands with their phones ready to take a picture. And next thing, Cathy just goes,
She's on the ground.
oh, and we look at Cathy's gone.
Honestly.
Right, table goes flying and I'm just covered, me and Laura's covered in fruit and sangria, but I'm still holding it. Meanwhile, Cathy's up going, or Laura's up going, Cathy.
No,
She's going, I'm okay.
no,
I'm okay."
no. That's lies. You two didn't speak to me. You were that busy laughing. Some American group of men that were down the back of the
Are
place
you okay, ma'am?
came up and picked me up.
She's
Well,
fine.
while you two just laughed. I was like,
Oh,
but the best bit about the whole thing was my glasses sangria. I was about
Stayed.
to sip it.
dead the whole time.
When I fell onto the ground off the high.
Somehow her sangria was perfect. Not as
These
spill
two
out
were
of it.
covered, and I was fine.
No, it was awful. There was a hole in the floor, and then the staff panicked because they kept coming over. They replaced the jug of sangria, and then they kept
We're like,
coming
fall
over
again,
to see
Cathy, fall again.
if it was okay. And it just kind of went from, I think that just set the scene. It went from bad to worse, and it was just absolutely
Go a couple
hilarious.
hours later.
No, I don't know.
We're
Are you
sitting
gonna do the
on the wee
sunglasses?
seats, yeah. And Laura had her, what were the specs sunglasses?
specs.
The
That
specs.
had
That
already
you
been
absolutely
lost.
loved, and you couldn't get them again or
Yeah.
something. And she discovered she'd lost them. And she's like, where are my sunglasses? So we looked everywhere and couldn't find them. They were on her head, and there was a roof.
Yeah, but a roof on a roof or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know. Yeah,
So
honestly,
the
it's
glass
getting
fell off
to
her
this
head
stage.
onto the roof. And I was like, oh. I knew it didn't look overly safe, but I thought, I'm getting them sunglasses.
No, I mean, by the time we turned around, Cathy was on the roof. The staff were coming over, and I was like, "Where'd she go? Gone."
On the
Gone.
roof.
She took herself on. We
That's
don't even know if it
commitment
was
to
a
the
roof, but she got the specs, and they're coming over telling us we can't be on it. And Cathy's like, "I'm fine, didn't get them. I'm dead on. I'm fine." I was like,
God.
"What?"
Oh, we had a great night. Though.
It was so
was so
good,
good.
honestly. And then, please, can I just tell the funny one of the next morning? Then it was kind of hangover scene. Like, what happened last night? Like, what did we do?
You had to
So
get a
we're looking
flight.
through
Oh, Jesus.
my phone at pictures, and then Laura was like, "Oh, happy days! I come home and got showered and all." We were like, "Laura, that's you eating pizza with your dress punched up around you. That is not a towel."
Oh, it's like you just said about Laura being so healthy eating, right? That's the only
she gets
time
a
I
drink
see
in her.
Laura
No.
not healthy eating. Like,
Loves
she
pizza.
doesn't
Pizza.
care.
Oh, mauled the pizza. And then the next morning, I was like, oh my God, I can't move. I literally cannot move. This is really, really not good. And they were like, right, up for breakfast. I was like, get out of this room.
We
So-
got up and went the next morning.
Yeah, they left me. I was like, leave all the windows, leave the doors open, please. I can't breathe.
Laura's
Laura
not
was
good with a
just-
hangover. She
She was
not.
lying face down, and
why I
I was
don't
like,
drink.
"Cathy, we can't leave that door open. Like, what if somebody comes in?" Laura was like, "Let them take me. I don't care." I was like, "Okay." So, needless to say, we haven't really been back since, and it was very good, but very chaotic.
I guarantee you I will never drink that. Oh, I was like, oh God. The
But it
flight
was
home and all.
I know you struggled, and we've never had
That's
it.
why I
had a
do not
mantra.
drink, girls. You like this part after that night got up, went for coffee, went for their breakfast. And
Remember the
meanwhile,
pink
I
latte?
could
What a
not
bougie
Yeah.
breakfast.
move. They were sending photos, and I was like, I can't move, please.
We got now. Cathy
Book
got
a
great
later
pictures of
flight.
me in my dress and
Yeah.
all that next day. It was no bother to us.
I had to take over
I
there.
like that.
So Laura
This is why
normally,
I employ people that
Holly
have no
takes the
hangover.
photographs and Laura's in the photographs. And I was like, Laura was dying at home. Right, look, Holly, I have you. I'll take these
Cathy's like,
photographs
I
for
got
you."
this. We can do it. It was honestly dynamite. We have had so many funny stories from Bayan that we could actually write a book, but it wouldn't all be PG. But it's
no.
mad.
The funniest one I've probably heard from your lives and all, but the Mercy one, like that was definitely my funniest one. That was such a long day's by, and like I think
was
it was
such a
like
fun
13
night too.
hours.
Yeah, we had 13 hours on the go. Yeah, like I feel like people are going to say, oh, these band trips you want to go, but like they're hardcore.
It's because we'd be so exhausted come that time as well.
And then we get
Everything's
giddy.
funny.
Giddiness takes over.
So
So,
this was the best.
oh my word.
Do you want to go?
You go home.
Right, so
You can tell
we're
a good
getting
story.
the Uber and we're going to like
This is
some
after
bar.
the 13 hours ban. We've been
After
on
the
a
ban.
flight and we've been up from 2 o'clock in the morning.
Knackered, hungry, sweaty. It's always really warm times too. But we went and the Uber was taking us to this bar. And then whenever we were coming along, there was a wee bar in the corner that you realised we wanted to go here. So just stop, we'll go here. So wee man just stops in the middle of this wee cobbled road and goes to get us out. And obviously he's saying something to us. We don't half realise. Laura's getting out one side and Cathy swings the door open to her side. And this man and a cyclist just boom and into the door. We were like, oh. And Laura's going, she's killed him. She's
I
killed him.
goes, is he dead? Is he dead? I was shouting, is he dead?
I'm in the middle going, is this real life? So to my left, Laura's charging her phone, but Laura freaks out and just jumps out of this Uber with half the dash with her because
His
the
dash
phone
literally comes out from the front to the back.
I was like, Laura, Cathy at this side at the right.
It's said to this man who has just fallen off his bicycle. It's crashed his bicycle, let me add. Bonjour, 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 mercy, mercy, mercy. I was like, you're thanking him for knocking him down.
She goes, no, it's okay. He's not dead. He's not dead. People and all are looking like, I mean, the Uber driver, once he fixed his dash and got his lead back, he was driving off. And we went into this wee tiny bar. Like hysterics.
And we
High-pitched.
didn't speak to anybody for 10 minutes. And do you know what? The barmen actually loved it because they just thought, who are these lunatics? We just came in and stood laughing, holding ourselves, bent over, all three of us, It was mental.
And then even though we were Cathy, you're thanking him, stop thanking him. And then whenever we went to go, Cathy's like, Bonjour. We're like, no, Cathy.
Oh.
Still no. It was so funny. And I can still remember the lovely red wine we had that night.
Yeah. Probably didn't need it, to be fair.
No.
We just couldn't breathe. And then do you remember the barman was like, are you okay? Like, what do you want? Do you want a table? Like, what do you need? But it was the best night as well. It was the night we got lost.
We got lost. I think they thought we were going to be real party girls because they kept saying, what time is it? And we were like, that's right. I was looking at my watch going,
Party time.
8 o'clock. And he was like, it's party time. We're like, no, it's definitely not.
The first time he done, I forgot that story. He did. He come over. What time is it? And Cathy's like, I think it's 8:20.
Bonjour, Mercy.
And at which stage Laura says, I'm going to go back to the room. I'll be back.
Oh,
You were breastfeeding.
I was breastfeeding, pumping. Might
So
I
you were going
add.
back to pump. And then Holly kept saying, what time is she back at? And I was like, she's not coming back.
She's not coming back,
No,
lad. That's us
definitely
for the
not coming
night.
back.
So we just stayed out for the night then.
Yeah.
Of course she's
But
did.
let's go more business-like on a serious note. And there was actually a wee listener's question that I think was aimed for Cathy, wasn't there, Alana?
There was indeed. So, in terms of numbers, how do you stay on top of orders and make sure that you don't have too much left over or too little?
That's a very good one. I
That's
think.
a Cathy question.
It's very hard, honestly, because like we're used to quantities of maybe 30s and 40s before with walk-in wardrobe, and then we would have reordered more if it sold out, but we can't reorder more with Love Laura. We can, but people are waiting 5-6 weeks minimum, so we kind of have to get it right from the start. So really, it was a guessing game at the start, wasn't it, Laura? I was looking at reports last year on the products that we reordered and how many times we ordered them and what sizes we were left with at the end, and so it was kind of like a bit of a mathematical one, to be fair. So first time we done them, we put in a ratio, came up with a ratio of what way we'll order it. And
bear
then,
in mind, sorry as well, Cathy, you were adding new sizes into the mix
Yeah,
that
'cause
walk-in
we never
wardrobe
really had
didn't do.
6s
So it was
or
6s and then 18s and
yeah,
20s nearly.
yeah. So, and then like really, I didn't know was our audience size 18. People always were saying, the walk-in wardrobe. No, I don't shop there because they don't do my size. So that was why we were like, definitely, this is where we need to be. We need to be supplying, and hopefully we can continue that to size 20.
Yeah, absolutely, and increase the size. That's
And
the goal.
petites and whatever, all that. I know you've touched on all that. But yeah, it really was just a guessing game. And then what I do now is I review what happened last year. I review what happened last month with the styles we brought in. And like, it's so amazing. What I love the most is I keep screenshotting whenever the launch day happens and size 18 sells out. And I'm like, winner.
Wow. Yeah.
This is exactly where we want it to be.
Then
like,
you keep upping those quantities for each next
yeah.
order,
So like,
isn't that right?
honestly, with size 18, the first couple of things, like I was only ordering 10.
Yeah.
To maybe an 80 size 8s.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But, the numbers of the 18s and all are creeping up. So hopefully we'll be able, because I think I keep looking, the same people are buying.
Yeah.
So the
demand is there.
Yeah. The same people who bought the 18s are buying
And they're building the
a few
trust with
pieces.
us, yeah.
So,
The loyalty, which is
yeah.
exactly what we want.
Yeah,
So
so-
we need to keep serving them. Absolutely.
So yeah, it really is a guessing game, but I think we're getting there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like with the shorts, for example. Like I honestly thought a lot of the larger sizes wouldn't be as comfortable in shorts. I just thought that. I was completely wrong. We could have sold a lot more of the larger sizes in shorts. And then surprisingly, the sizes we were left with, we're not left with them because they're nearly gone, but the size that went slower.
Yeah, it was a smaller
sexy.
size. I know, yeah, it is. It definitely, sometimes there's science behind it, but a lot of times it's like...
Just learning.
Sometimes it's your gut too.
Yeah.
You have to go with what you think is the right thing at the time, and it's not always the perfect science. It's us saying, we think this is the goer. And sometimes if all three of us, or especially if we're doing the fit checks and there's the likes of like Ursula, Sinead, like Charlene, Alison, we're all kind of going, yes, then that's when your gut tells you, okay, we got a good one here.
Yeah.
Like
my
quantities.
favourite moment for Love Laura, my favourite moment was the day the denim jeans and the denim waistcoat went up.
Oh,
4 hours sellout, and I was like, oh my God.
I know.
Pre-order sold out within like a day.
yeah,
It
crazy.
was amazing, wasn't it? Like,
Was that the best selling product to date for
4
you?
hours.
Absolutely, yeah,
4
4
hours.
hours. Yeah.
Because I remember we were sitting in here, actually I was meeting the accountant that day, and we were sitting
It was a
upstairs.
Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'd been a quiet week that week, and he was like, it's quite a quiet week this week. And I was like, don't you worry, because this is launching now, in half an hour this is launching, and it's going to be okay. I was like, even if we sell 50% of them. And so loud, and he was like, oh my God, get more of those now, you know, so
It was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There's some really, you know, we just tend to sit and watch our Shopify like a hawk on launch night.
Those days we do, don't we? Like,
Oh, totally.
and it's not even.
Or in
It's,
the group chat, we're like, oh, do you see how quickly that went? Oh my God.
and for me, it's not even about seeing the figures going up. That's amazing. But
Yeah,
it's the
me too.
buzz
It's
knowing
about
that
people are
people.
loving it.
Either you get the buzz or
Yeah.
you don't get the buzz.
I think as well because we are so intense in here and that we're filming it and we're trying on. And even if we're in the studio and Cathy's in the office, but there's something that we love, we're like, go show Cathy this, she's going to love it. So then whenever you see that other people are loving it as much, you're like, all that hard work was so
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was so good.
You just feel so, like, I don't know, it's a wee buzz of like nearly success. Like, oh my God, they
Yeah,
love what we've
it's
done.
just
It's a well
elation.
done.
Yeah, it's like a wee bit of a like pat in the back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
And
got
Cathy,
this.
you would take it to heart a lot. Like, you know, if we were like, I just don't know about that as much, you're like, really? I do really love it. Whereas it's like, it's not a reflection on anybody. It's just that maybe one of us don't love it as much. Whenever you get that sample and we're not loving it and the second one comes in, you can see the joy in your
Yeah.
face. You're like,
I think because the amount, I would be the one that deals with the suppliers a lot.
There's
Um,
language barriers
So we
and there's-
all come up, Laura has the initial concept of what she wants to create. We all come up with the design kind of and how we're going to
Changes
improve it
and
and what we're going to do.
tweak it and how, yeah.
Yeah, so like I would think of my worrying areas, you think of your worrying areas, and between us all we try and come up with, I think, the better version. So I do all this work with the supplier, all these messages, and honestly, them messages could be at all times of the day.
I know,
and-
because
and
there's
night.
such a
It doesn't
time zone
stop.
as well. Yeah.
And you're trying to do this, and like they're speak a different language, and you're trying to communicate basically through WhatsApp.
Cathy's
is how I do a lot
language
of
is
it.
absolutely incredible, by the way.
Oh, I'm so
Cathy
fluent.
turns Chinese when she's speaking to the
I'm
Chinese. She
fluent,
turns French.
fluent in all languages. Am I hell?
It's the funniest thing.
It's the funniest. Your phone voice
shouldn't
changes to
laugh.
the language.
And then you start off real slow and you're like, yes, I would like to change this side of the fabric. And then I want to go, and then you're like, whoa.
Oh no, because people say our accent is very quick compared to all
We
other
do
countries.
speak quick, yeah.
But yeah, so then you spent that much time and effort on it, comes in, and I'm like, yeah, and they were like, no, and I'm like, oh,
No.
I have to do all this again to get it right. But you know what? It's right, and I'm glad
Yeah.
that they are there to say no and make it
No,
right.
and that is because you know you have to just start again,
Yeah.
and that can either deflate people or else it can.
Yeah, it doesn't deflate me, but I just kind of think
No,
I
it's
wanted it
frustrating,
nailed.
yeah.
I put that much work into it. I wanted it.
And I think as well, Cathy obviously is always working on the pricing. And then if something like she gets the price down or we negotiate or something and it's great. And then Laura will come in behind her and be like, no, get another 5% for that right now. And Cathy's like, Laura, this took me so long. It's so funny,
yeah.
like, isn't it?
It's funny
But
because
good.
some of the times Laura has her own Instagram, her own Facebook, all of that to look through too. So some of the times you probably are missing messages in the hundreds of group
and then
chats we
Cathy's
have.
like, Laura,
I have negotiated
that is
this
in
for.
the message, and I'm like, yes, sorry.
I'm
yes.
like, I'm not going back
Did
to
you not
them
read?
people.
And I was like, no, I didn't read. My WhatsApps are honestly out of hand, like out of hand.
Oh, it's mental. Like my mummy gives off, that phone never quits.
Never
It doesn't like.
Crazy.
And then I just want to, like, I read through them all at night time then if I'm sitting. And then Russ will be like,
Sometimes
why
I
are
do.
you on your phone all the time? Because you don't even take it in here in a day though. You genuinely don't. So then you're like, oh no, I'm just going to double check
So
these.
you
But that
listen-
happens with friends as well, and you read it during the day, and you're like, oh yeah, got that in my head. I'll
And then
reply
you
to that.
mentally reply.
And then like
didn't,
2
you
weeks
forgot.
later, and the fear that comes over, you know, that just like, oh, I have not replied. And
But I
it's
think
not
people
out.
get to know now that you're just busy.
Or I just left the phone to them then and be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't
know.
reply.
Oh,
Any others, Lana?
Yes, so there's obviously been a lot of business highs, but what would be a business challenge for Rock-In Wardrobe?
I think every single week in here it shows different
Brings its own
challenges.
challenges,
Yeah.
I think this year probably the biggest challenge, I don't know if you will agree, but it's, you know, trying to run 2 businesses within one.
Yeah.
Trying to keep Walking
the
Wardrobe
balance.
and keep the balance, but also keep up with the demand of Love Laura, which we never thought like would ever reach this height so quickly.
So there's the buy-in for Walk-In Wardrobe that happens weekly. We all get
Yeah.
together and buy weekly. So we all kind of look at all loads of apps and pick the bits we want and stuff, and then we meet once a week and we say yes, no, whatever. So there's that happens, and then there is the whole
The
Love Laura
in-season
buy-in.
buying and the 4 buying, so
So
yeah,
yeah,
it's just
getting that change from
balance.
the very fast fashion that
Walking
Walk-In
Wardrobe
Wardrobe was
yeah.
to the more slower
Slower
paced that Love Laura is, and we're making that change, but we're trying to do both.
Yeah.
And I think as well from the social side of it and from the styling side of it is that I'm coming at you saying like I need more walk-in wardrobe stock because I don't have enough of this. But then we're also trying to be continuously showing the Love Laura bits. But then some sizes might be sold out and
Yeah.
people are saying, why are you showing that if it's sold out? And it's like, well, actually, it's just your size is maybe gone.
Yeah.
But then you need to keep on top of if maybe a product has come back in returns that maybe we need to focus on what changes to be done with that. Then you need to get the models in to accommodate the more Love Laura. Then there's more launches going on. So I think the Love Laura is definitely requiring a lot more filming, which is fine. But then that eats into the time that we get to spend behind the scenes of Love Laura, which I think is worth pointing out.
Yeah.
Because like today, for example, this afternoon is penciled in that it needs to be all Love Laura. But that's not to say something might not crop up that is like, I really need to do this with you first.
Like, honestly, the three of us, well, Laura and Holly spend more time together because they are filming. But the three of us really get, 3-4 hours together a week to design this brand.
Do you remember the old times? It's totally not doable, but I mean, our best plans used to be sitting in Cafe Marmalade between 8:30 to 9 most mornings.
I know,
Do you
just the
remember?
pace, yeah, I
We
know,
used to
sometimes
just
you do
sit,
need that.
brainstorm it, and then you would come in and just let it all happen. But it's just the business is too busy now, and there's too many people to make that happen.
And every day there's people that come to you with different issues and different problems that need sorted and need, so you just don't have the time to
Yeah,
meet.
the plan you leave your house with that you're going to do that day, by the time you've reached work, is not the plan that goes.
Oh, Laura will
that
say to
day.
me, she phones me every morning on the way to work. This
That's
is
our
when we
routine. We
communicate.
phone every single morning on the way to work, and that's like.
She said, what are you doing today? What's your
planned?
plan today? And I'll be like, I don't know. This is what I intend to do, but honestly,
Or other days, I'll be like, right, okay, and then you tell me, okay, this is the plan today, this is what I need to do, and then that refocuses me. So I think between the two, we balance each other out.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
And then as well, like there'll be plans, like I'll make social plans on a Friday and we talk before about on a Monday, this is what the plan is, but it's usually changed because then Cathy has all the figures to follow on from that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then
it takes me the Monday to look at what happened the
Analyse,
week before
yeah.
and the week before and how, so it takes me that. So sometimes they make their plans
Yeah.
on a Monday, and for a while there I got so busy with Love Laura that I didn't really settle in the Monday plans.
Yeah.
And this last couple of weeks I've tried to get back in on them because I think,
and it makes such a difference.
Makes such a difference.
and I think even here, so Sunday is a day that I think a lot, and you probably think a lot too.
yeah.
So come a Monday, if I'm not in that meeting in the morning, I'm not getting to tell you what I've thought. So I think it's very important that we all sit together on a Monday
Yeah,
morning. Three of us.
Communication.
Definitely. Yeah.
Any others?
And then the last wee question is about how you balance mum life and work life. What keeps you motivated and what keeps you ticking?
Go on, Cathy.
Go on, Cathy. You have 4
Okay.
girls. Like, you win this one all
Work
day long.
life and mum life, it's hectic, like 100%. But my girls are all in sport. Soccer, Gaelic, Kitty at the minute plays for about 5 different teams. So every single night there's training everywhere, all over the
Taxi
country.
service.
Yeah. But like, honestly, a lot of my messages happen when I'm preparing for
Yeah.
our buy-in. I do that on Tuesday night when Kitty's other and I train.
Yeah, you see
I
all the
sit and-
messages coming in.
So these ones probably get annoyed with me, but it's the only
No.
time I get to do it, to think straight, is whenever I'm at one of the girls' football training sessions and I'm sitting working
car.
away. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the car
I know.
working
I
away.
get it.
Or like, I maybe take myself off in the, Dino will be like, my husband Dino, he'll be like, where did you go? I'll go up into one of the rooms upstairs for 5 minutes to write to people, to message, to listen to things, because you just don't get the pace. Mummy. I'm sure you'll see him more.
Yes, I know.
And I think at every age they all bring different challenges. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because I think as your kids are getting older now, from me seeing the twins as wee tiny twins, that now they're getting older, it's like, what are you doing tonight, Cathy? And Cathy be like, oh, I have to take the girls to the disco. And
Or I'm
I'm
doing
like,
tan for the girls, the twins, and you're like, oh my word. I
so
know,
you're getting to that
twins.
next stage, whereas Laura, like I said before, the voice notes from Laura in the evening, I'm like,
The noise
I
in the
haven't done level
background.
2. I'm
Oh.
like, what?
Whereas my girls now are doing driving lessons. So now I am, their daddy thought it was a great idea to insure them as a learner driver on the car. So now I have to take them out every bloody night.
And teach them.
So yeah, that's the joys now. So, but hopefully when that passes, they'll be able to do.
And that'll pay off, because then they'll be able to
They'll
have
be
you out.
lifted.
I know. And then that brings another level of worry. Like,
But do
honestly.
you have that balance between work life and home life?
Yeah,
I don't feel like
I
you do.
I do, but my high in work is obviously Love Laura and how the sales go. My high at home is watching my girls play football.
Yeah, you
that
do
sounds
love that.
so. But honestly, Laura knows, like, if there's a big match or a tournament on or something, and like we're planning
your
to meet the
switch off.
accountant, Laura will be like, right, switch it, because she knows that's the one thing
Yeah.
I just love to do.
Yeah.
I don't mind changing anything else.
You will change everything.
Yeah, everything else.
The kids have to be priority and
But
off. Like,
that's the one thing, and they'll say, "Mum, you weren't there," and they look to see you at the sideline when they're playing. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So that's my high outside of work.
What about you, Laura?
Oh, I always go back to that flex thing. So I always say when you run a business, you have to be able to flex, and that, I don't know even know if that's how to describe it or I'm describing it properly, but it's like
Delegate or
no, just some weeks you have to understand like that walk-in wardrobe will be almost require 90 to 100% of my time and energy, but then there's other weeks that I have to flex it and say I can't. The boys have to come first, or the boys are off this week, or we're
Probably
doing
more
this.
so for summertime now as well.
Exactly, for summertime. And then
I think I know when you're going to be busy with the boys, I know, right, I have to up my game.
Yeah.
and vice versa if
And
you're
vice versa.
you know.
Yeah.
So
if I'm going to be off, Laura knows, right, I need
yeah, I need to be in the office or whatever. So I think that ability to flex, and like, unless you love your work and I go back to that, you're genuinely kind of obsessed with it. That flex is very difficult to do, to up the flex and work if you don't love it. If you know what I mean. So I always say you need to love your job. You need to love.
And honestly,
especially
like I do,
as a
and
mummy,
you love
yeah,
yours too. So
I do.
To juggle it all, you need to
100%.
be absolutely loving your work. And if you're not, then I do think like you kind of question it, because life is too short not to love work.
Yeah.
You don't have to own a business. I'm not saying
No.
that, but you have to love going to work because it's a big part of your life.
And you know what? You don't. I always thought whenever I was, before I came to you, I always thought, I'll go to Laura, and I always thought I would want to own my own business. That's what I've always wanted to do, because I feel I do have a skill set that I could do it.
Absolutely.
But you've made it okay for me not
Yeah.
to have that need. I don't feel that want with working with you, because I feel like this is my business too, even though it's not.
No, it
But,
definitely.
Well,
I,
it is.
I
It's
think
part
we
of
all
you.
have
It's
the
all part of
passion.
it,
We
yeah.
all
Absolutely.
have the. So
I will
And I'm
say
so
as
lucky
well
that-
people would always say, would you ever want to open your own place? And I mean this in the most loving way, and I've said it to you before. I love my job, and I hope I never have another job like this. This is hopefully my job for life.
It is.
But would I want to be where Laura is? Absolutely not. And I've said this to you, Cathy, as well. Just seeing the figures and seeing the behind the scenes. Now we're not saying anything bad, but
No,
it's
no,
just
and
that
this is
people
what
are,
this is about.
yeah, people are always relying on Laura and the overheads, and people see the niceness on Instagram and they see the loveliness, but they don't see the behind the scenes when there is struggles, and
Well,
there
there's
has
bad
been
weeks.
struggles.
There's weeks. Every
Tears.
business,
Oh, do you know
every
what I
business
mean?
has weeks where the money doesn't come in as fast as you need it, and you have all
Especially
these
this
bills.
year.
You have all these bills to pay, and our cash flow with Love Laura, that is a major
big thing. And also as well, like the orders, and even like some students that might come in and work or whatever, and they just see sales and they just say, oh my god, is that many orders there is? Whereas I'm looking at it going, every order that comes through, there has to be payments that go to Shopify, there has to be this, there has to be that, and I'm like, yes, those sales come in. Margin is a big thing as well. Like, it's bits that people will never see and never understand about it, which is fine because they don't need to. But that side for me, I feel pressure, and I don't own, and I'm not as like Cathy does all that there, but I'm like,
You see, you look at these beautiful premises we have here, but they need paid.
Yeah.
You've rent to pay, you've rates to pay, you've insurance to pay, public liability to pay. You've 2 premises with the shop premises. So
and even us finishing for a couple of days here,
Yeah.
like that's.
people still get paid for their holidays.
People still get paid, and Cathy's the one going like, what have we got planned, what edits are going, because those sales need to come in when we're off in order to make the place happen. So I think there's too much pressure to be a business owner personally.
Oh, I
but
would.
I love being a part of it.
The finance side of it, I can take risks and all because it's not my money.
Yeah.
But I still think, I want to do right by you, obviously.
Oh yeah, you
But-
think like you own it, and that's what you need. That's what
Yeah.
you want. That's what I mean. I am so blessed that I have a team that are bought in, that are much a part of this as me. You know what I mean? And it isn't just me. I always say it is all of us as a team, and that you need that behind you. I don't care what anybody says.
I think
but
it takes all 3 different personalities. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To run this business, I really do.
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes, teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, God,
Girlie.
It's a dream work. What do you think, Cathy? Will you come back for another episode?
Oh, we'll see. This
I
is
think
definitely
so.
out of
And
my
is it-
comfort zone, ladies. But
No, this is good,
we'll
and
be
I think
all right.
if people have any more questions, whether it comes to buying, whether they just want to know more about buying trips, anything, please just comment below and let us know if you're listening Spotify, Apple, or on YouTube. Like
maybe
we'd
we'll
love to
tell
get
the
them.
whole truth of the buying trips. Next time.
Question: should we do one with wine some night and tell all the secrets?
Definitely, Laura. Definitely.
Guinness.
Guinness.
Girlies, thanks for listening. As
Thank you.
always, leave a review if you can. We would love that.